All right, so I started an AI company because apparently that's what people do these days. The company is called Swansonic and it has some really unique programs. I'm talking handcrafted music AI that doesn't exist anywhere else, and also some other programs as well. For those of you who don't know, I worked for a very long time as a composer and an arranger and a music theorist and all sorts of different roles in the music industry, but I had a parallel career as a software developer and AI specialist. This company is essentially the culmination of all of my personal research and expertise and experience gathered in both the music and the AI industry over the past many years. And these are all programs that I built. Now, this might sound a little bit strange coming from an AI developer, but I've been feeling quite frustrated, actually very frustrated at the AI industry over the past year or so. I get the impression that the goal of that industry, or a lot of these companies, is to replace human beings for literally everything, or as many things as possible, even jobs that people enjoy doing. The fact that that even appears to be a goal in the industry is kind of messed up. The goal of Swansonic is to find ways of using AI to encourage the music industry, or perhaps better said, to encourage music education, or encourage the general public's understanding or fascination with music. The motto of the company is to intrigue, inspire, and educate both hobbyist and professional musicians. In fact, that's the goal of the YouTube channel as well. I just want people to get really excited by music and music theory, because music's good for all of us. It's just good for us as a society. So I should probably just give you a little bit of a taste of some of the programs that are currently in development. I'll probably release a separate video on each as they come out. But we've got Quill, and this is a generator that can create snippets or sketches in the style of a lot of different composers. Then there's Chord Pen. This is a chord progression generator that can generate chord progressions in a very wide range of genres. The idea was to have a tool that would help composers get away from, those really typical sorts of pop chord progressions that you find all over the place. And then there's Swansong, which is an orchestral generator. It can generate, snippets or sketches of orchestral material. It can also orchestrate a chord progression or a melody or a bass line, or, whatever you want. Swansong in particular has been a mammoth technical challenge. I mean, who would have thought that it's hard to build an orchestral generator? It's still in the alpha development phase, but the idea is that when it's done, it'll be a really nice tool for anyone interested in playing around with orchestration, in learning orchestration, refining their orchestration techniques. In addition to these programs, we've got some other programs and projects going on in the background. Before we move forward with any of those products, though, we were interested in seeing what the response would be, what sort of products would be useful to you or anyone in the music industry. We're potentially looking into making, video games or other sorts of algorithms, musical education tools. Now, what you might notice is that all of these programs deal with symbolic music. They produce either a musical score or a MIDI file. And that's because we want anyone using these tools to essentially go and get their hands dirty with music notation. Like, we want people getting into scores and understanding what's going on. These programs are not trained on copyright material, and as far as I can tell, I don't think that they have the potential to pose any serious threat or put any unnecessary pressure on the music industry. And I mean, if we see anything getting out of hand or anyone misusing them in a significant sort of way, I mean, we are prepared to take action and maybe even pull the plug on something. We'll see. The idea is essentially to create machines and develop them in such a way that's going to inspire people to dig further into music theory and history and just repertoire in general, music composition. You know, I'd love to see these tools used in schools, for example, to inspire school students to dig into, you know, music notation, composition, arrangement, to get them understanding the differences between different musical genres and periods of time and composers and that sort of thing. So, you know, anything we could do to reach the next generation, I find that's a win. And I guess this is where I need your help. You see, Swansonic's a really small company. I'm trying to do this the good old-fashioned way without raising millions of dollars of capital. And all of our systems, our programs, even in part our hardware, is hand-built. Like, this is all, you know, proper hand-built, grassroots sort of AI, if that's such a thing. So what would really help is if you could share this video with as many people as you think would be interested. I think it'd be also fantastic if you not only like and subscribe, but leave comments just blurting out your honest opinion on all of this, the AI industry, our technology, and potential tools that would be beneficial to the music industry and to music education and that sort of thing. The fact of the matter is that generative AI is here to stay, whether we like it or not, and I believe that it's the responsibility of musicians in that industry to set a healthy precedent, to essentially set a healthy example for companies in that space. If you're interested, go on over to swansonic.com and join the waiting list. We will have to implement a sort of subscription model of some kind, simply because of the nature of the hardware that we're running all of this on. It gets quite expensive, but I'm doing my best to drive those costs down as far as possible so that, you know, I would love it if I could release them at the price of a cup of coffee per month. When we go live, I'm not exactly sure yet, but I'm hoping it will be sometime in the very near future. Thanks.